Zuckerberg, Tate Brothers, Kardashians.
How many does Bill Gates have?
He's got 11.
He's got 11 bunkers.
You'll see how tall my bunker is. Now, normally you would think a bomb shelter is about this tall, about 7 feet tall, but look how tall mine are. This is my fat boy.
Oh, wow. Gee, it's like an apartment.
It's bigger than a New York apartment. We can put 2 of these together, 3 of these. Tate Brothers got 6 of these put together.
6?
Yeah, and as he says, he's going to have stripper poles.
Hopefully the Tate brothers locked themselves in there and they can't find the key.
And if you're curious what it costs, it's only $400,000.
So if the Tate brothers bought 6 of these, that's nearly 3 million. Well, that's...
Well, 3.9. Yeah.
Hope you got a deposit.
Wealthy people are not cutting any corners. Okay, imagine this. You're building a house and you have a secret passage. It opens up and it reveals a staircase or a hatch that leads down to a private bunker. So making houses with secret passages through secret walls, with secret bunkers, is just a very in thing. When I started making the bunkers in 2011, people put the odds of seeing a civil war or a World War III in their lifetime at about 1%. Right now, it's over 50%.
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, let's start out by giving all honors and glory and praises due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kadash. Double honors to the apostles, the bishops, the elders of Great Millstone, the men that told me this truth. Peace and salutation, brakathum to all you sincere Akim out there that's laboring in this truth throughout the 4 corners of the earth. All right, and as you've seen in the clip, right, what you have is these mega rich people, you know, wealthy, rich people, building up these underground bunkers, man. And, you know, now because of what's going on, they're, you know, with the Iran and Israel and U.S. war, now you're seeing a surge in more of these underground bunkers being built. All right, and they thinking that they're gonna escape the judgment of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, you know, the lake of fire. All right, this place, America, known as Babylon the Great, will be destroyed. All right, but the thing is that, you know, they thinking that them building these underground bunkers here in America, that they're gonna survive. All right, you're going to be destroyed as well. It doesn't matter how deep down in the earth you go, you know, you will be destroyed. Okay, and in fact, these bunkers, they're actually being prepared for us, you know, for those that, you know, of the hopeful elect. All right, during these times of Jacob's trouble, when all hell break loose here in the society, shortage of food, right, shortage of medicine, okay, survival things, they're going to be set up for us, man. All right, and you know, you have these celebrities like Khloe Kardashian, you know, they're building up underground bunkers thinking that they're going to escape, you know, the destruction of America, but showing you that these people know what time it is, man. All right, they know what time it is, but you know, you're not gonna be delivered. You're not gonna be saved, and thinking that you're gonna come out when all shit, when the smoke is cleared. No. All right, you're gonna be destroyed here in Babylon the Great, man. All right. Matter of fact, let me get something. This is the book of Amos, chapter 9, verse 2. It says, though they dig into hell, thence shall my hand take them. And when it says, though they dig into hell, this is talking about the grave, man. All right, in the ground. All right, there's no such thing as an eternal place where you burn forever. All right, hell is a condition on earth and is also the grave. All right, and it says, though they dig into hell, meaning that, you know, though they build these underground bunkers, the Lord is he's going to take them out of there, man. You see, I'm talking about the top elites, man. All right, Such families as the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, the DuPonts, the top international banking families, they're going to be set up in these bunkers, and we're going to get them out of there, man. All right? You know, because they thinking that they're going to, you know, come out when the dust is cleared and enslave everybody on the planet Earth. All right? Scripture says the pride of thy heart have deceived thee. You know, going in the book of Obadiah, how these devils think. It says, though they climb up to heaven, thence will I bring them down. When it says they climb up to heaven, that's talking about their space stations. All right? You know, you have SpaceX, where these billionaires, they travel out of space. All right? I think they have to pay like $1 million for a trip to go to space. So they think they're gonna escape and go to the, you know, to where the Most High's realm is. You know, you got the angels out there, man. They gonna snatch you up. Okay, so there's no escaping for you, Esau. All right, it says, and though they hide themselves in the top of Carmel, I will search and take them out thence, and though they be hid from my sight in the bottom of the sea. You see, it says top of Carmel is talking about the actual bunkers that they have set up in the mountains. All right, and they have, you know, tons of food in there. All right, tons of supplies. You know that you know, I'm talking about years of supplies, years of food that you could survive on. All right, and it says though they hid from my sight in the bottom of the sea, that's talking about, you know, going into them submarines, right? They thinking that they're gonna hide underneath the water. Then you got Leviathan out there. That's what it said. Thence will I command the serpent, and he shall bite them. Who's Leviathan? Leviathan is what you would call a modern day Godzilla. All right, and when the Lord comes back, he's going to wake them up. All right. He's a fire-breathing dragon, which lives underwater, man. You know, so there's no escape for you devils, man. No escape. Let's get the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 16, verse 40. It says, O my people, hear my word. Make you ready to thy battle. And in those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth, right? So this is how, you know, the elect is going to be during the time of Jacob's trouble, during the time when, you know, this society breaks down. We're going to be as pilgrims, meaning wanderers. We're going to be, you know, wandering from place to place. We're not going to have a certain dwelling place, all right, because of the beast system, you know, maybe the chip being implemented during this time. We're not going to be able to buy and sell, you know, and do the things that you could do on the regular, in your day-to-day, because we're not going to have the chip. So of course the Lord is going to have to provide these bunkers for the elect, man. All right, and just like the movie The Road, the character that played in the movie, you know, you had the father and the son, and they stumbled upon an old nuclear silo, and in the nuclear silo they had a bunch of food, man, a bunch of canned goods, right, supplies, medical supplies, whatever. They had it there. All right, and it just shows you that the person that basically stored all that food there, it wasn't even made for them. It was prepared for somebody else. And that's how it's going to be for the elect in these times. You see, you have all these people building up, you know, these celebrities building up these underground bunkers, but that's for the elect, man. All right, that's for the believers, you know, the ones that trust in Yahweh Shem Yahushai. It said, he that selleth, let him be as he that fleeth away, and he that buyeth as one that will lose. You see, so, you know, we're not supposed to be in that mindset. All right, this is not our rest, of course. You know, we got to take things, one day at a time. All right. So it says, he that occupied merchandise as he that have no profit by it. So this ain't the time to open up no business, and try to make like a Fortune 500 company or whatever. This ain't the time for that, man. All right. Things are going to be where, you just going to have to rely on the Lord. You're going to have to trust in Yahweh Shem Yahushua for everything. All right. So it says, and he that buildeth as he that shall not dwell therein. Right. So that's the point. You're going to have these bunkers being built, but they're not going to be able to dwell in. It's just like wherever you at during that time, all hell could break loose. If you're not there to secure your bunker, guess what? That's going to be given to somebody else to take in taking the everything that's in that bunker. You know what I'm saying? For them, for their selves, man. So it said, he that soweth as if he should not reap, so also he that planteth the vineyard as he that shall not gather the grapes, man. You see? Salakia, let me read that again. It said, he that soweth as if he should not reap, so also he that planteth the vineyard as he that shall not gather the grapes. All right, so basically, in the time we're coming into, man, just understand that we're going to lose. All right, we're going to lose. We're not going to gain as far as worldly things, but spiritually, we're gonna gain a lot, man, because we're trusting in Yahweh Shem Yahushua for all things. All right, it says they that marry as they that shall get no children, and they that marry not as the widowers, and therefore they that labor in vain. All right, so all these things that they're building right now, they're laboring in vain. So these things, we're about to see is that the Lord he's gonna be taking care of us, man. That's the thing. We ain't got nothing to worry about, man, because we understand who's in control of things. We understand that the Lord, he decides life and death. All right. So of course it's gonna be a time of trouble, but guess what? The Lord got us, man. The Lord got us, man. And this situation that you're seeing right now between Iran and Israel and the U.S. is only going to escalate. All right, it's going to promote more fear in the world, and you're going to see a lot of people going to start bugging out, and then they're going to be without hope. But for us that believe, we're going to have faith. We're going to have hope that the Lord is going to provide for us and take care of us during these times, man. All right. But through the Spirit, I just wanted to touch on that, because I seen that it's been a surge in these underground bunkers, man. And I was just thinking, like, these people are building these houses in vain, man. And these bunkers, they're very sophisticated, very nice, and they're made for the elect, man. That's all I could see. It being made for the elect, all that doomsday prepping and all that shit ain't gonna matter, man. All right, you could have tons of food, this and that, but who's to say you're gonna be the one that's gonna benefit from using that? It's gonna be prepared for a man of the Lord. All right, so with that, I'm gonna end it there. All praise is due to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Till the next time, I say shalom.